Hi Capricorn, right here. Gonna do a reading for you. Remember to take what fits and leave the rest. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. And let's see what Spirit has for you. Spirit, what message do you have for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node? Please and thank you. Message and guidance for Capricorn, please and thank you. Positive messages, please. Positive messages for Capricorn. Message and guidance for Capricorn, please and thank you. Ooh. Wow. Four of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. Look up angel number 1111. Oh my God, I just saw it at the bottom. This is happening too fast. All right. So the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles has to do with prioritizing, finding balance. It has to do with choices too. It's a person kind of like weighing, being like, weighing their options. It almost makes me think that there's a decision being considered and you have to consider yourself in this decision, like prioritizing yourself. What can you prioritize? Is this something you are willing to do? It may be a balancing act for some of you, and I say that because the person is standing on one foot. This has to do with stability. It could be a strong foundation, a homecoming, a gathering where a group of people are coming to celebrate. It could be a marriage card. This is harmony. The story some people have always wanted. And then look at what's at the bottom of the deck. That's why I just got a little giddy. It's the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a possible new relationship. This is intimacy. It actually says new relationship on the card as well as love. So it doesn't just, it can be self-love, but in this particular case, I feel like if you're not looking for a romantic relationship, it could be that your stability is focusing on yourself and your self-love, your love of self. And then for others of you, this could actually be a new relationship with a person, a romantic relationship with intimacy. I have the Moon card. This has to do with, it has to do with secrets, things hidden, but I feel like in this particular case, it has to do with possible fear that you may have. There may be a little bit of fear, a fear of the unknown, especially if you've not dated in a while, or if you start dating and it's somebody that's very different from what you're used to. That can be a little scary too, I'd imagine. Of course it can be scary because you have had heartbreak in the past. But it could be fear of another heartbreak. You never know if you don't try. I'm like this. I feel like when it comes to trying something, you have to ask yourself, what is the best thing that can happen? Not the worst thing, but what is the best thing that can happen? And this has to, I just pulled this from the bottom. This has to do with a symbolic death. It could be about letting a particular mindset that you have go. Letting a particular mindset that you have go. For some people, it is expecting the worst. When you expect the worst, you will get it. It's kind of like that saying, don't go looking for nothing because you will find something. Yeah. This has to do with an ending and a new beginning. Like you letting go of a certain mindset can be the beginning of something amazing and beautiful with somebody. And it can also have to do with you letting go of the past, releasing the past so that it does not have a hold on you, and so that it does not have you fearful. And I know there's a lot of people fearful that may be watching the video. If you're not, I don't need to know. I'm a Capricorn, and I've even had, excuse me, I've even had fear. And so I feel that, and this is not my reading, but I feel that me having fear talking to a guy, for some of you men and some of you ladies out there, when you talk to somebody new, you realize that there are little triggers, like little things you didn't know would bother you actually bother you. And part of it has to do with the fear from the past and what's happened to you and not wanting it to happen again. And that's so understandable. So I would just say, take your time. But it is time to move forward, and it is time to live your life, and it is time to not allow a past situation or past person to hold you back. I have the 10 of Cups. This is a harmonious relationship, and part of the reason it can be harmonious, and it doesn't necessarily mean every relationship or this exact next relationship is going to be harmonious. I don't know when this is going to happen for some of you. But it's because you know who you are, you know what you want, you know what you will and will not tolerate. But for some of you, this is wanting a family. And it has to do with having balance in the house, having good communication, having a strong foundation, knowing where each other I was going to say where each other lies, knowing where you lie with one another. Being able to have the emotional stability that you probably hadn't had before. I know a lot of times people get in relationships and they start off great and communication is great and the person's reaching out nonstop, and it's just like, things don't stay that way. I feel like with this, it's not going to be too much. Like I don't sense love bombing, although that can happen at any time. But it just doesn't give me that vibe. It gives me the vibe of something slow that progresses, and it's not too much. I have the Empress. This is you guys being marriage material. It could be the other person being marriage material too. To me, this is you guys knowing your worth, the other person knowing your worth. You being able to make things happen, but you together being able to make even more happen. You're manifesting. You guys are the manifester. I feel like Capricorns manifest. This is the 10 of Wands. This is you guys knowing when something, I think I said this in a recent reading, it's like a lot of Capricorns can tell when somebody's going to be too much. Like when they're going to require too much attention from you. But this is you guys knowing when a person is going to be a burden and moving away from that, if that's not what you want to deal with. This is you guys having boundaries. The 7 of Wands. Standing your ground, protecting your territory, protecting your energy, letting a person know, hey, these are my boundaries. This is not going to work in a relationship with you. And I already said you guys are the manifester. Here's the Magician card confirming it. You have the ability to manifest whatever it is that you want. You have the tools. Trust your intuition. with the High Priestess. And here, of course, my favorite card, the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. And this is my Match My Energy card. You guys taking care of responsibilities, being sure not to allow anybody to stay in your energy that is ruining your flow of life. Ruining your flow of life. Wow. Top of the deck, the Hierophant. You and this person are going to have that conversation about your morals and values. You guys are going to be on the same page when it comes to your beliefs. This is another marriage card. I feel like you guys are, you know what just popped into my head? No FOMO. Like whoever, for some of you, and I can't say this is everyone, and of course with tarot, you have to decide if the story is yours or not. And I will say sometimes it seems like people be getting mad at the tarot reader saying, oh no, you're wrong. No, I'm not. If it is not you, then it's not your story. Why do I have to be wrong? And why does this have to be, why does every tarot reading have to be your reading? It's not. Because this reading is for many, many people. If you want something specific to yourself, buy your reading from someone. Because this reading is for whoever it's meant for. And if it don't feel like it's yours, then it's not yours. But in this particular reading, I feel people coming together that want the same thing. And I get a sense, I can't even get the words out. I get a sense of somebody that knows what they want and is not afraid of missing out, because there's too many people dating nowadays that don't want to settle down because they're always searching for better. Guess what? You're always going to find better if you are not happy with yourself. But you and this person decide that you want each other. I feel like it's a conscious decision when you want someone. But so many, that's my opinion, but there are so many people that cannot decide on a person and that's who they want. They're always looking for something more because of an unfulfilled space within them. And if you come across a person like that, Capricorn, baby, that is not your problem to fill somebody's void. That is too much responsibility, and that is so unfair to be expected of you. But I think this is going to be beautiful as long as you have your boundaries and you state where it is that you stand and where you come from, and don't push back on your boundaries for the sake of being with somebody. That right person will come along, and that right person will want you because they will have good intentions. So I'm going to leave you with that, Capricorn. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I love you guys. Bye.